You've often heard, can one man make a difference? This morning's guest will tell you yes, because he knew him. Hear the story of David Heckman, coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Agape Senior Assisted Living in Garden City, a little north of Inlet Square Mall. We're focused on the Charleston Café and its owner, David Heckman, and we're visiting with his former business partner, Nelson Hardwick. Good morning, Nelson.
Good morning.
Representative Nelson Hardwick.
Yes, sir.
Of House District 106.
Thank you.
How exciting to get you in. Just last Thursday, we had a soon-to-be House member, Rita Allison, who is just rejoining the House in January. Will be joining you all in a few months, and very exciting to have her on. And of course, to follow up this week with Representative Nelson Hardwick. I see you're wearing your House of Representatives tie.
Yes, sir.
Here on a Friday morning, which is very handsome. I hadn't noticed that until just a second ago. Yeah. That's a good-looking tie.
Yeah, I met Rita. She worked with the governor's office when I went up my freshman year, and we have a great relationship, and I look forward to serving with her.
Yes, she's very excited to get back. She's very excited to get back. And, of course, it's exciting to get you back in. It seems like the last time we were together, we were actually up on the top floor of a bank at a Keller Williams office, highlighting, I think, the Terry B. Cooper Award and the celebration there of the, of course, you were the inaugural winner of that award for the South Strand Republican Club. And I think they gave it out again this year to, I believe, Ray Cleary. Senator Ray Cleary, which is very exciting. That's now a sought-after award by a lot of folks there who are either active or inactive with the South Strand Republican Club.
Yeah. I've had two very good friends and business partners, Terry and Dave, and lost them, and it just, but it's just been a blessing to know both of them.
Yes, very definitely. It is tough to sit here and think about. It was amazing to see, and reading back about Nelson Hardwick, about yourself, that it was November of 2004 that you were elected successfully to the House District 106, and to think that Terry has been gone longer than November of 2004, because obviously he died prior to your election. That's amazing. Golly, this January will be 5 years.
Exactly.
Boy, time has flown, Nelson. I guess your summer's flying by as well.
Absolutely.
You had a good summer?
Yes, sir. Very good summer.
Anything big going on? You and Marty taking any big trips this summer? Or?
We're on vacation this week in Kiowa.
Great, good. Thank you for coming back up for being on the show.
And around the 4th, we had all the grandkids down.
Is that right?
For about 10 days.
All six?
All 6 of them.
Wow.
So we had a large time between backyard activities and down on the beach. It was wonderful.
That is exciting. And you're 3, Nelson. 2 of them are here in the area, and 1 of them lives in Florence.
Right.
So everyone's at least in the PD or the Strand.
Sure.
That is wonderful. Of course, I was particularly excited to see that Hardwick & Associates is celebrating its silver anniversary this year.
That's correct.
In 2008. To think back to 1983. What was that like, Nelson, kicking off your engineering firm back in 1983?
It was just just good. I mean, I had a lot of friends who wanted me to do a little work for them, and so we just started with the business, and I operated a couple of years there, and then Barry Green came to work for me, and he's probably been with me 20 plus years now.
Right.
And then later on, my son finished at Citadel, and he came, and he's been working with us. So
Ira,
yeah, and just pleased about that.
That is tremendous. He's been with you now, golly, almost, what, a decade? Or?
Oh, no, he's been with me longer. When he was in high school, he used to come up and draw plans for me. When he was going to college, he'd come in and work at least a day a week.
Free labor.
Yes,
I love it.
And no, it wasn't free.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
It was good labor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
That is tremendous.
It's great, like I say. And all my, real estate, I've always had good business partners. And that's one of the things, I think one of my traits is that you're missing something in life when you don't have partners and people to share your life with and life experiences. And I have been very fortunate to have a lot of good ones.
Relationships is essential.
Absolutely.
Should be your middle name.
And it's just the synergy of working with people and getting more done, as a group.
Right.
How what you get done just multiplies. beyond your capabilities, the sum of the capabilities of the group, basically, is what I find. And I just enjoy that, seeing things come together. Serving with people, same thing with politics.
Very definitely. And the House of Representatives. Interesting, we kicked off this month at a bank right in front of us, Tidelands Bank, and on July 4th we had someone you're going to be working with over the next many years, Andy Lesnick, on the show. And of course he talked a little bit about the soon-to-be launching bank, Coastal Carolina National Bank. Now we're wrapping up the month.
Right.
Of course, yesterday we had Jay Huggins on, the president of Crescent Bank, another great community bank.
Sure.
And then yourself, who are helping to organize and kick off Coastal Carolina National Bank, which is very exciting.
It is exciting.
A lot going on, and much of that is driven by relationships. Clearly, the ability to expand your relationships in the community, get other folks to step on board to help kick off the bank. A lot that has to happen there.
It is, and like I say, and then last week we opened again the cafe on the I think 17th.
Great, good.
And for dinner, we had the bar open for a couple of weeks, and just trying to get the staff and everybody back in the routine. We freshened the place up a little,
right?
And that was an exciting week for us. And it's a lot of members there. You get in there and you start doing some things, and you see so much of David behind. Right. It's emotional and but exciting. Life goes on.
Yes, well, life had to go on with the loss 5 years ago almost, and now going on again with the loss of David. Of course, he just share with viewers who may have never been to the Charleston Café a little bit about its. Of course, it wasn't founded by David, but purchased by David in '89, I believe. Yeah. Share with viewers, and the gentlemen, the folks who owned it, sold it, I believe, right before Hurricane Hugo. Right. A great story that David enjoyed sharing. But share with viewers a little bit about David Heckman and how the Charleston Café expanded over the last 20 years under his ownership.
Well, David was just a unique guy. He early on he went to seminary, so and when he came down here, he joined a church. Episcopal Church there in Surfside Beach when we used to worship there at the Little Red Church on Pine Street. I met him there, and we were customers at the Charleston Café for many years. And one day he was talking to me. He said he'd like to do a few more things, and he needed a partner. And so we got involved. He told me what it would be, and it's funny. Marty and I were in a hurry to go somewhere, and I told him we'll figure it out what it'd take. And he called me and said he got the number, and I said, well, I'll come by. And I came by with a check and went in, and he gave me the number, and I said, a little bigger than I thought. But, I said, okay, I'll do it.
Wow.
I said, what day is it? And he said, the day is April the 1st. I remember going back out to the car and getting with Marty, and I said, well, this is going to be a real interesting proposition, I'm sure. I've never known anybody that started anything on April Fool's Day.
No, yeah.
But it was just fun and frolic. David...
what year was that, Nelson?
I've got to look it up. I can't think of the date
more
right
than
now.
5 years ago.
Oh, yes. We're talking 15...
Near the early point of... He purchased in '89, so 19 years ago.
I'm thinking probably 93, 94, somewhere.
Right. Wow.
But anyway, Dave had a remarkable ability to remember people and their names, what they drank, and what they enjoyed. I've just been amazed. I was a very silent partner in the business. Dave ran it, and he just, anniversaries, birthdays, any kind of special occasion, he just always had a list of that. He always took care of people. It was just an amazing thing. We got plaques in the Charleston Café from various families and folks that ate with us, and always sit in the same booth. And my daughter was she's she does X-rays over in Florence. She met a doctor over there, and he was telling her it's been about 6 months ago that it was about time for him to go down for his anniversary. And when she told him that her parents lived in Surfside, he said, well, we go down to the Charleston Café. He said,
no.
But I'm telling you, people from all over the PD, Charlotte,
Right.
North, anywhere, you
Yeah.
could run into people there that were down for a birthday or an anniversary.
Right.
And golfers would come in
Oh, yeah.
year after year and, have one meal there. But he always made it special. It
Right.
it may be a little vase with a flower in it, or a hokey little happy birthday thing across the thing. But people just enjoyed him, and that was his base, his outreach
Right.
For service to people.
Yes.
If you were down on your luck and you needed to wait tables, he'd have somebody new in there. I mean, he just was an amazing and very good friend. I'm proud to be his business partner, proud to be his brother. I mean, brothers in Christ. Nobody could put on a function like David Heckman.
You're right.
In our church, we had dedications, we had funerals, we had any time that we had a liturgical event, David had to be in the middle of it. And he served our church very well. We've had the fortune through our church to have two good priests come out of it, Ed Kelleher and Tommy Tipton. After Dave's mama came down probably 10, 12 years ago, she lives down at Litchfield.
Right.
And David known Tommy and had kind of helped sponsor him through into the priesthood and stuff. And so very convenient for his mother.
Right.
And he moved his membership down there.
And Tommy had been here in Surfside and moved down to Pawleys Island.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just, I know anytime they did anything down there, Dave was a very big part of it.
Right.
And with our church also. He just had this knack of welcoming people, remembering them, remembered what was interesting to them, and it's just amazing.
And sending notes. His notes are so popular. I still have one that I brought to his funeral. I remember just having it in my shirt pocket. There was a little note when I had won an award sometime back in November. He'd written a little note about it, something like, it was just a real sweet note.
Sure.
I knew all they had to do was ask me, essentially, something like that. I knew you could win something like that. I mean, it was just a real sweet, very direct, and right between the eyes there.
Oh, yeah.
Knew how to reach your heartstrings.
Absolutely. And it just seemed like it always come at a time you need a little lift or maybe a little nudge or something. I was just amazed at that. I'm more of an email guy.
Right.
My handwriting is not very good.
Oh, yeah.
And so I do, I'll email you, but a little personal note, nobody can do it better than David Heckman. I had a young man, it's Tommy Kelleher. His birthday was about the time that David passed, and he said he could never remember not getting a birthday card from David Heckman.
Right.
And it was probably one of the cards in his briefcase. It was Tommy's, but he hadn't written it yet and mailed it and that sort of thing. But it was just, and with my kids, they grew up, and the two younger ones worked at the cafe.
Is that right?
Bussing tables. Or,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bussing tables and doing a few things there. And my youngest daughter, she always called him Uncle Dave. Melissa,
Right. Melissa
grew up. She was about the same age as Tommy, and they just, Dave was like family to a lot of families.
Right.
And,
right.